Hey guys, I have a friend who, he was one of my subscribers. He contacted me a long time ago. We talk a lot on Skype. Really nice guy, fun to talk to, and basically his goal was he was really interested in Japan and he wanted to come to Japan, and maybe that's what attracted him to me, and that's why he wanted to befriend me. I don't know, probably, most likely. But we talked a lot. We just kind of, it was easy to talk to him, but he really didn't have any, I guess, drive or, I don't know, ambition. It seemed like he was just sitting at his home, unemployed, not working, and he had this fantasy about coming to Japan. And he wanted to come to Japan, but he didn't know like how to come here, and I explained a lot of stuff to him. And basically his deal was that he doesn't have a college education, and he wanted to come to Japan, and he asked me like what kind of visa he needs, and I said, well, there's many different kinds of visas you can get, but if you're a single guy, if you're not married to a Japanese woman, if you're married to a Japanese woman, you can get a spouse visa, and once you have that spouse visa, you can live here, I guess, indefinitely. But he's not married to a Japanese woman, he's a single guy. And I said, well, the best thing for you is you're just going to have to get a work visa, because he's American. I don't think we have a work holiday program like some other countries do with Japan, where they can come here and just, they can get like a work holiday visa. Americans can't do that as far as I know. So I said, the best thing for you to do is get a work visa. And he's like, well, what can I do? I'm like, you can't do anything. If you can't speak Japanese, the only thing you can really do that will make enough money to support yourself here is to be an English teacher. And like I said, he didn't have a 4-year degree. And I said, well, it's not impossible. There's a lot of people here who don't have college education who work as English teachers. But the thing is, they are married to a Japanese woman. Most of them are guys. They're married to a Japanese woman, so they already have that visa. Now, once you have that visa, and you're a native English speaker, yeah, there's a pretty good chance that you can get a job. Now, the other thing is, this guy doesn't have any money saved up. Nothing. So what he's going to do is he's going to sell his car, try to get $10,000 for it, and use that to, get him through the first 3 months here. But I wanted to give this guy a plan where he would come down here and he would almost be guaranteed a job. Now, just by talking to him, I kind of felt that he had a pretty low chance of making it here. That's not me being mean. Like I said, I like the guy. I thought of him as a friend. But just from the way he talked, I just thought, well, he doesn't really understand English. I mean, he's a native speaker, of course, but it's like to teach English, you kind of have to understand it from an academic point of view. And that's one thing that's tough for a lot of people, because, native speakers, we just speak English without thinking, right? We don't think about the rules. We don't need to think about the rules. That's what being a native speaker is. But when you teach English, you have to be able to conceptualize English from an academic point of view. He had no sense of that. So what I suggested is, I will tutor you, because he bought this $300 course where you can get a TESL certified, that's Teaching English as a Second Language, where you could get a TESL certificate. And he got through like the first 4 units of this 20-unit course, and he got caught cheating twice, and the instructor said, if we catch you cheating one more time, because he would just look the answers up on the internet, if we catch you cheating one more time, you're going to get kicked out of the course. You're not going to get your certificate. And there were just a lot of fundamental problems. Like, he asked me what a nun is, and I said, what do you mean? I said, do you mean a noun? He's like, right, a noun. And I knew as soon as he said nun, and he was trying to say noun, I was like, man, this guy doesn't have a chance. So, but he's my friend, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to be gentle, I'm trying to be supportive and encouraging. So what I suggested was, I thought, well, first of all, this guy really doesn't even have a fundamental knowledge of grammar and the English language from an academic point of view. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put all my juices into it. I'm going to, put all my effort. I'm going to teach this guy what he needs to go, what he needs to know before he turns in these units. I'm going to help him with everything. I'm going to make sure he turns in a perfect paper every time for this TESL course. But for me, that's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of hours, explaining it to him. Some people can learn fast, some people don't learn fast. This guy wasn't particularly a fast learner, so I knew it was going to take a lot of time and effort. So I said, okay, I'll do it for you, but I'm going to charge you a certain amount of money. It's worth my time and my expertise. And on top of that, once you get here, I can explain to you step by step what you need to do in order to have the highest chance of being successful here. So I offered my services to him, but the money never came, and it just made me wonder how serious he really was about coming here. I really don't think he has a chance at all without my help. I mean, I know that sounds arrogant, but I'm here. I've been through all the steps. I know how to do it. And if you just don't have a clue, and you don't have a visa, like a spouse visa, you don't have any kind of certification for teaching English, you don't have a degree, I mean, you're fucked, man. Don't even come here. Don't waste your time. Don't put that burden on other people. You're not going to make it. I've had people contact me in my private inbox, and they write the most fucked up English. Like, there'll just be one long sentence that's like 1,000 words long, no period. I mean, and these are like native speakers, and they're telling me, oh, I don't have a degree, but I want to come in and work in Japan. Like I said again, you can work in Japan without a degree, but A, you have to have a visa, which would probably be a spouse visa if you're American, and B, you have to have some kind of like sign of intelligence when you speak English. I don't think people are going to hire you if your English is fucked up, even if you are a native speaker. So, I mean, like I said, there are guys working here who don't have a college degree, but they're intelligent. When you talk to them, they sound intelligent. So, I mean, it's not all about like having a degree or not having a degree. It's more about like whether you can conceptualize English from an academic point of view, and whether you really understand English and how you present yourself when you speak English. I offered my help to this guy, but it seems like he doesn't want to take it, and I feel bad. He's like, well, you know what, I'll just get in touch with you when I come to Japan. And I was like, hey, don't even get in touch with me when you come to Japan, because I don't want that burden. Because what's going to happen next is you're going to be fucked. You're going to be here. You sold your car. So when you go back to America, you're not going to even have money to buy a new car, because you're going to have wasted it all when you come here. It's just going to be a big, stressful situation. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to deal with it. And I hate to be an asshole here, but if you're out there and you just have this little, you're masturbating to anime and, jerking off to whatever Japanese thing you think is cool, and you think you want to live in, don't contact me. I don't want to deal with that stuff. I'm like, so my head is not even there. Okay, I live in a different world. My name is Ryan. This is my channel about my life. I happen to live in Japan, but Japan is not my life. I cannot relate to anybody who's, jerking off to anime and whatever. I mean, I don't even know what these young people like about Japan. I don't get it.